but that could be trouble as Petrie. No, Stevie dives in and beats it. Good effort by Steve Lyons.
And that'll be a base hit right there. Good job. I'll tell you one thing, not a bad defensive play either by the Tigers.
Did you see that? He's going to get the dirt out, and all of a sudden he unbuckled his pants and they fell down.
A lot of baseball fans have some familiarity with the T206 American Tobacco card set. Of course, features the famous Hannes Wagner card. What we have here are 3 cards from the lesser-known T205 set, which really was a successor to T206. T206 came out in 1909. These 3 cards, as part of the T205 set, came out in 1911.
For baseball, as Jesus Luzardo, without the cornrows, will head out to the mound for
making his 12th start of the year for Chicago. Here's the lineup that he'll face. Trey Turner leads off. He'll play shortstop, batting second. The DH, Kyle Schwarber. Alec Bohm plays third base today and bats third. And batting in the cleanup spot in right field, it's Nick Castellanos. Max Kepler will be in left. He bats fifth, batting sixth. The catcher, JT Realmuto. Bryson Stott at second base will bat seventh. Hitting eighth, starting at first base for the first time in the majors, it's Otto Kemp. And batting ninth, the center fielder is Johan Rojas. So again, Turner, Schwarber, Bohm, Castellanos, Kepler, Realmuto, Stott, Kemp, and Rojas. And on the mound, making his 14th start of the season, it's Jesus Luzardo, who's been quite a head-scratcher over the last few times out, right, Larry?
Yeah, been a little different story from first, probably, 8-10 starts, so we'll see. Well, the SEPTA starting pitcher scouting report on Jesus. He relies on 5 pitches, using his 4-seam and sinker 45% of the time. The average is 96 with both of those. The sweeper is his go-to off-speed pitch, 27%. That's followed by a change, 18%, and a slider, 9%. Both of those almost all to right-handers, the change and the sliders. I'm sorry, the sweeper and the slider. Get that right. And that's brought to you by SEPTA. SEPTA is the Philly way to go.
And the first pitch is a little bit high. It's a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Delivered at 106. Underway right on time today. The next pitch, there's a fastball, top of the zone. And it's in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
Luzardo seems to think they figured a couple things out, that whether it was mechanical or tipping or what.
1-1 pitch, and it's swung on and yanked deep but foul out of play down the left side.
But was it 20 runs allowed over his last 2 starts? Some high numbers. Haven't seen that much from a Phillies pitcher in a long time.
Here's the windup in the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. In fact, you've never seen it, Larry, unless you and Wheels were working that day when Claude Willoughby in 1930 had back-to-back starts where he gave up 20 earned runs. Tied for the most by a Phillies pitcher dating back to 1912 this is over back-to-back starts, 20 earned runs.
And I don't know if Wheels and Willoughby went to school together at Marple Newtown. I'm not positive. Possibly.
Didn't Wheels beat him out for the shortstop job? Yeah. There's a swing by Tucker, and he taps a foul over on the first base side. Bright sunny day here at Citizens Bank Park. Just a gorgeous June afternoon. 81 degrees, a little bit of a breeze blowing out towards left field as we get underway.
Warm temperatures probably help the ball carry a little bit. I don't think as much as last night. Not as muggy. Not quite as warm, but beautiful day. Really nice out.
So nice out. 0-1 pitch, fastball. There's a strike right at the knees.
Tucker looking back complaining that whole ball was in the box. That's the point that I make, that hitters just don't look down there and don't think it strikes down there at the knees.
0-2 pitch, and it's down low. You would guess that you command your fastball at the knees, get some strikes with it, it's really going to play well for your changeup and sweeper.
Definitely.
Which dive down below the zone.
And you can also go back up with your fastball, too. I'm not saying you can't pitch up there.
And he does right there. That one well out of the zone. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
But I think, you move the hitter 4 ways. You move him, side to side, horizontally, but you also need to move him up and down vertically.
2-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. Says Vic Carapazzo over at third base. Charlie Ramos, the plate umpire. Dan Merzel is at first. Stu Sherwater at second base.
And he got it right.
3-2 pitch on the way. And a swing and a miss. He got him.
And Luzardo got that one right.
Sweeper. And that's been a huge pitch for him, in particular against left-handed batters. Not too many of them in the lineup today. In fact, he just saw the only one he's going to see. Seiya Suzuki. And the pitch to Suzuki is swung on and fouled out of play to the right side. Luzardo matched up against Ben Brown head-to-head. Same pitching matchup back on April the 26th at Wrigley Field. Phillies won that game 10-4. The pitch. And that one's in for a strike.
Luzardo very good in that game. Gave a couple of runs. They were unearned. 6 innings of work, just 3 hits. Walked a few and struck out 5. He's never lost to the Cubs in his career in 6 career starts. 3-0, 2.43 ERA. Some good numbers against the Cubbies.
No balls, 2 strikes. Luzardo winds and delivers. And the pitch, check swing. He lays off the changeup. Suzuki batting .266 with 16 home runs already this season. 56 runs batted in. Luzardo into the windup of the 1-2 pitch. Fouled back into the screen. Phillies wear the alternate day game home uniforms today. The cream-colored unis, Phillies in red across the chest, trimmed out in blue. Luzardo winds up in the 1-2 again, and it's a ground ball, weakly hit towards second. Turner cuts it off and fires over to first, and safe to call at first base. As Suzuki legs that one out, the Phillies will double check on the video replay, and they're not going to challenge. Suzuki beats it out.
The ball was not hit hard, dribbled back behind the mound. Just barely beat it out.
So, man aboard on an infield hit. Here's Dansby Swanson. Swanson, .240 average with 12 homers, including one last night. Luzardo kicks and comes home, and the first pitch is down and in, ball 1. Change up. One 1-0 the count. As Luzardo keeps the glove tight to the chest, just below the letters of the uniform top. The 1-0 ground ball, foul down the third base line. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dansby Swanson now in year number 3 of 7. He signed for with Chicago. Throw over to first, and diving back in is Suzuki. Luzardo's last start here was a real tough one against Milwaukee. The pitch swung on and missed. High fastball. 12 runs allowed in 3 1/3. Just about everything went wrong that day for Jesus. His ERA jumped from 2.15 after his start in Sacramento to 3.58. Enters today, it's 4.46. The 1-2 pitch, and it's popped in the air. Right field side going into foul ground is Castellanos up near the stands. He'll reach up and make the catch. And a nice job of concentrating there by Nick Castellanos as he was navigating the corner of those stands and able to make the play for the final out. No runs on a hit, and a man.
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're going to be on baseball cards. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I think the first card I saw was when they did something for USA Baseball, and then now seeing my face, seeing me playing baseball on a card, it was surreal. It wasn't that like, it was that moment where we're like, wow, this is really something.
Do you see yourself maybe one day after baseball, like maybe food critic, food writer?
I would love to do that. That's the plan. I've been doing it ever since I was in the big leagues. It's just fun. It's fun to interact with people, like the fans, because a lot of my followers are baseball fans. Mm-hmm. So it's nice to interact with them on a topic that's not baseball. A lot of people seem to rally around that. I mean, who doesn't love good food?
Sometimes artifacts in the collection at the Hall of Fame can tell multiple stories. This is the earliest known Yankees baseball cap in existence. It tells a story of a very early baseball cap and of a guy who just had a cup of coffee in the big leagues. But there's actually a hidden story inside this cap. There's another name written in the cap. So who's Dolan?
Game day forecast from NBC 10 First Alert Weather.
The home of the Phillies, 94 WIP.
We go to the bottom of the first, and right-hander Ben Brown is on the mound for the Chicago Cubs. Second time this year he's faced the Phillies. 25-year-old from Long Island, and his first pitch of the afternoon is outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. He was drafted by the Phillies in the 33rd round in 2017. Brown with a 1-0, and Turner takes. That's off the plate away. No score here at the bottom of the first. Turner, Schwarber, and Bohm due up against Brown. Right-hander's 2-0 pitch. Swung on, hit sharply past the dive of Matt Shaw. That's into left for a base hit. And Turner aboard with a leadoff single.
And the SEPTA starting pitcher scouting report on Ben Brown. Rare three-pitch pitcher, four-seam at 96. He'll throw that 50% of the time. An excellent knuckle curve, 38%. And his change just 4%, averaging 91 on it. Used almost all that change against left-handers. And that's brought to you by SEPTA. SEPTA is a Philly way to go.
Here's Kyle Schwarber. And the pitch to Schwarber is up and away for ball one. Ben Brown can certainly get a little bit wild. He's got high strikeout numbers, a lot of walks as well. Phillies faced him back in April, put 6 earned runs up against him. The pitch is high and wide. It's 2-0. And that was in just 3 2/3 innings work. Schwarber really struggling as he comes into play today. His average down to 245 as he is 3 for his last 31. Throw over to first and diving back in is Trey Turner. Apparently we have a caller.
We do.
2-0 count. Brown ready and deals. And the pitch swung on, fouled back. He had a pitch.
He sure did have a pitch. But that's when guys are struggling, they get their pitch, they foul it off. When guys are hot, they get their pitch, they barrel it up. For the most part.
2-1 count as Brown ready at the belt. Here's the pitch. Schwarber check swing. The pitch was up high. There's no swing, says Vic Carapazza. And the count goes to 3-1. Well, Schwarber over this 31 at-bat stretch has 16 strikeouts in that time. Swanson plays straight up the middle at shortstop. Shaw off the line at third. The pitch swung on and foul tipped. And again, an elevated fastball that time, probably out of the zone. And the count goes full on the former Cub, as Turner leads at first, and time called by Schwarber. Would think Trey Turner is going to be going here.
Would think. Brown doesn't look exceptionally quick to the plate.
Outfield, Happ, Bruhan, and Tucker left, center, and right. For the Cubs, 3-2, a throw over to first. Diving back is Turner. And now he's definitely going to be off and going, I would think. And Brown shakes off one side from Carson Kelly, now ready. And the runner does go. The 3-2 is high and wide, ball 4. And a walk to Schwarber. Puts 2 on for Alec Boehm here in the bottom of the first. Boehm, big run single last night.
I was going to say, 5th inning, big 2-out single. Actually, 1-out single that drove in 2. For the Phils to take the lead at that point.
Runner goes right away for third. The pitch is in for a strike. There's no throw by Kelly, no chance. Schwarber follows him into second base, even though he didn't get a great jump. Turner was, he stole that easily on Ben Brown.
No excuse. Let me see it happen a fair amount.
There's number 19 for Turner on the year. And the pitch to Boehm. High hopper hit towards third. Shaw fields. And it'll get the run home. He'll throw across to first base and retire Boehm. But Turner scores. The stolen base pays off.
Yep.
And the Phillies take a 1-0 lead. 25th RBI of the year for Alec. And here comes Nick Castellanos. Castellanos is average back up 287. He's 4 for 9 in this series. And Brown's first pitch to him swung on and missed. Breaking ball to start him off. Nothing in 1 the count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's quickly 0-2. Time called as Castellanos down to the count steps out.
2 breaking balls, and I know Casty struggles against it, so there's no sense of going up there and looking for it. But sometimes I think he swings that early in the count thinking he's going to get a fastball and often doesn't.
0-2. And it's in the dirt, picked out nicely by Kelly. This has got to be one of the hardest curveballs in all of baseball, right? I mean,
yep.
He's thrown 2 of them that have topped 90
for a curveball.
For a curveball,
it's not a big curveball. It's short, but it is a curveball.
Brown looks back at second, and the 1-2 pitch, and that one's in the dirt. And they have a particular plan of attack, I think. With
you
Nick.
think?
Seen 4 straight now. 2 swings and misses, 2 of them in the dirt. See if he moves off it. Brown looks back at Schwarber, now coming home with the pitch. Up and in, fastball at 97.
Well, you see that with, thinking a curveball. It swung. He's seen 4 curveballs and almost leaned into a fastball. Up and in.
Well, with the count full, let's see what he goes with here. Brown ready. And the pitch. Check swing, and he went around, says Dan Merzel. Curveball got him. And Castellanos strikes out for the second out of the inning. Pretty well a 50-50 proposition there. And,
got to believe he was going to go with the curveball.
So now Max Kepler, who homered in last night's ball game. Kepler 208 average with 7 homers now on the season. The pitch. And he takes. That's outside, ball 1. Kepler, who has really struggled this year, hitting with men in scoring position. Moved up in the lineup for today's ball game. He and Bryson Stott flip-flop in the order. As the pitch on the way, Kepler swings, drives it up the alley, right center field. That's going to be a hit. It's going to land right at the base of the wall. Schwarber is home to score. Kepler slides in at second. It's an RBI double, and it's a 2-0 Phillies lead.
All right. You see at second and third, nobody out. You figure, well, they can get one in, but they should get two in, and Kepler makes sure they do get two in.
And it pays dividends right away for Kepler moving up in the order as he delivers a big 2-out RBI double. And here comes Tommy Hotovy, the pitching coach, to make a first inning visit to chat with Ben Brown. As the Phillies jump out to the early lead. Kepler, before that at bat, was hitting 137 this year with runners in scoring position.
Ooh.
Now 8 hits in 52 at bats.
The way things are going now for the Phils, it's probably some people thinking, I don't see them making the playoffs. But there's so much time to go, and the Phils hoping to get out of this mini bit of a slump. If they win the game today, they win the series against the Cubs, which could be a big factor come playoff time. Never know.
Never know. Here's JT Realmuto. And Ben Brown, set of the belt, delivers. And the pitch swung on, fouled away to the right side. We've seen JT here these last few days wearing out right field, shooting balls down the line, going the opposite way. His last 7 games, he's hitting .320, and he's 4 for 8 in this series. They give him the gap in left center. The pitch swung on, ripped up the middle, and Horner can't handle it. Bounds off the heel of his glove, goes on out into center, and here comes Kepler home to score. A rocket off Realmuto's bat, and it's 3-0 Phillies.
Nicely done. Well, hits that hard. Tough play for Horner, a Gold Glover, but we've seen him come up with plays like that. This one, the second hop, a little bigger, I think, than he was expecting off the top of his glove, or the side of his glove.
So now Bryson Stott with JT over at first, 3-0 here in the first inning. A throw over, and JT is back, and you might have to go back to the first game of the road trip to see, well, certainly an inning quite like this, but back-to-back 2-out RBI hits for the Phillies. Feels like that hasn't happened a whole lot lately. Here's a swing and a foul out of play left side. It was a little more than a week ago when they started the road trip in Toronto with a 6-run first inning to start off that series, and that was about all the good news we had for the series, or for the whole week.
For the trip, yeah.
0-1 pitch. And that's a strike called.
Oof.
No?
No. Close.
0-2 on Stott. And Brown's pitch swung on and missed. He struck him out. So Ben Brown ends up with a couple of strikeouts, but the Phillies end up with 3 runs on 3 hits. They leave him in. Good start. We'll go to the second. 3-0 Phillies.
John Crook here. I'm proud to.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do like a brisket wrap and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
94 WIP.
Sign up for MLB's go-ahead entry for fast hands-free entry into Citizens Bank Park. Currently available for all fans at first, third, and left field gates. Fans 18 and older are encouraged to enroll today through the MLB Ballpark app.
Carson Kelly will lead off here in inning number 2 against Jesus Luzardo. Gave up an infield hit in the first inning. A couple of strikeouts. Starts the second with a fastball for a strike. And it's an 0-1 count on the Cubs catcher. He's batting .248 this season with 9 homers. The pitch. And it's fouled away. 0-2. We'll see if the Phillies can execute a shutdown inning.
That would be nice.
It's been
a struggle.
A little struggle lately. In particular, over the weekend against the Pirates, it was kind of ridiculous. Every time the Phillies scored, the Pirates seemed to answer back. Luzardo the wide in the 0-2. And that's down and in to Kelly. Will be followed by Justin Turner, then Nico Horner here in the second. Luzardo on this warm day, red sleeves underneath the uniform top. Next pitch misses up high. And the count 2-2. The windup and the 2-2 offer. Swung on, line to left. That's a base hit. And aboard is Kelly with a leadoff single, a changeup that he left up in the zone. And Kelly able to hook it into left.
It's one of the things with Luzardo's struggles the last couple games is, I think, as much command as anything. Just balls in him up elevated and in the middle of the plate, or getting a lot of the plate.
Here's Justin Turner. Just a .211 average for Turner. And the pitch. And that's taken for a called strike. He's now 40 years of age. 2-time All-Star. 1-time NLCS MVP with the Dodgers. One of their many trips. Here's the 0-1. And that one's up high.
Justin's had a heck of a career.
Sure has. It was a bit of a late start.
Yeah.
He was a late bloomer, if you will. But
he was like a utility guy with the Mets. I think one point.
Bounced around. I think Baltimore had him.
Yeah.
Mets had him. The pitch. And a swing and a miss. He's now playing for his 5th different team in the last 4 years. As he lives kind of the vagabond baseball lifestyle now, trying to keep the career going. One more chance at the postseason, the 1-2. Swung on, line towards short, diving Turner, can't get it, just under his glove. Stopping at second is Kelly.
I don't know if that was under his glove or beyond his reach. Looked like almost came up with it.
I think he just didn't quite get there in time. So Nico Horner now the batter. And Luzardo could use a double play ball as Horner stands in. Not an easy guy to double up. The pitch, swing and a miss. Phillies with 35 ground ball double plays induced. Tied with the Braves for the fewest in the National League.
Yeah, it's not a. I mean, it's just a fact. It's just not a real good defensive ball club. I'm not trying to dog them. It is what it is.
0-1 the count. Luzardo delivers in the pitch. Swung on, cued foul off the end of the bat. And Horner decided to start running because that had some spin on it. Like it might. If it didn't get into the grass in foul territory, it might have kicked off the edge of the grass.
That's what I was thinking, yeah. And I think that's what Horner was thinking, the same thing, too.
If that thing hits the lip, it might push it, and with the spin already in progress, that might spin back fair. 3-0, Phillies are leading it. But the Cubs with their first 2 aboard here in the second. Luzardo, a couple of looks back at second. The pitch. Horner, a swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. There's the third strikeout for Luzardo. That'll bring up Matt Shaw, the third baseman, rookie. He's just 23 years of age.
And he could still get a double play and get out of this.
The pitch up and in, fastball. And we talked a little bit about that with Rob Thompson, the pregame show, and Luzardo maybe using that fastball in to get right-handers backed up a little bit. Here's the 1-0. And that one's a fastball. That's a strike called at the top of the zone.
Still kind of had him leaning back on that. And that's something it's kind of baffling to me when 20 runs over 2 starts and you never saw that.
1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. That's a breaking ball that's in for a strike. And it's 1-2.
And more than anything, it's just trying to not let the hitters get comfortable up there. They get comfortable. They know you're not coming in. It's like they can dive out over the plate. They can stand there and back leg it and not have to worry about pitches coming in.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Shaw. Luzardo kicks and delivers, and the pitch swung on, popped up foul. Out of play.
Like you were saying earlier, you use that pitch there. It makes that change up, down and away, or even a breaking ball back door or whatever. It makes it much more effective.
And some of that, the last couple of starts, maybe he just didn't feel like he had enough command to try to throw inside like that. The pitch is going to wait as he spins and looks to runner back at second base. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Shaw. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Fastball, or what was that? Not a fastball. Change up off the plate away.
And that was well out of the zone, but Shaw chasing, and that's the 4th strikeout for Luzardo among the first 8 batters faced.
You can't help but think that those first 2 pitches, the first one was in off the plate, the second one for a strike but was in, had some effect on that.
Here's Vidal Brujan making his first appearance in the series, and the pitch swung on, fouled off. Brujan, a former Marlin, who was a teammate of Luzardo's last year with Miami. Played in a career-high 102 games last year, his lone season with the Fish after an up-and-down few years with Tampa. The 0-1, and it's swung on, fouled back. And it's 0-2. Well, Luzardo a chance to strike out the side now after giving up those 2 hits to start the inning. He has struck out Horner and Matt Shaw, and now Brujan at 0-2. And the pitch. It's up and away, a fastball. One ball, 2 strikes. Outfield shaded the other way against him. And not playing very deep. The pitch. Down and in. Back foot breaking ball. Blocked by Realmuto. Runners hold. Not a lot of speed on the bases at the moment with Kelly at second and Justin Turner at first. 40 pitches so far. 28 strikes for Luzardo. The stretch. And the 2-2. Check swing, did he? Yeah, he did. And Brujan goes around, says first base umpire Dan Merzel, and that's a strikeout. And Luzardo comes back and strikes out the side.
Nice.
No runs, couple of hits, 2 left, and we'll go to the bottom.
Pork on your fork.
Back-to-back nights of a guaranteed blast at the ballpark. You won't want to miss the Xfinity fireworks shows on Monday, June 30th and Tuesday, July 1st, both at 6:30, when the Phillies host the Padres. Secure your seats at Phillies.com.
The Phillies play here. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Otto Kemp will lead off for the Phils here against Ben Brown. First pitch on the way, and Kemp takes low and away. That one goes to the backstop. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. 3-0, Phillies lead it. Ben Brown threw 24 pitches in the first. The 1-0. And Kemp takes, and that one just caught the outside corner. Fastball, 1-1 the count. Kemp, the undrafted signee by the Phillies. Ben Brown wasn't a whole lot better 33rd round as this pitch is grounded to third. Matt Shaw to his left will scoop it up and throw to first to get Kemp.
Well, a good matchup on the mound. Around the league, Jake Irvin of the Nats. He's 5-2 with 407 earned run average. He gets the nod against David Peterson of the Mets, having a nice year. He's 4-2 with a 2.80 ERA. It's sponsored by the New Jersey Division of Travel and Tourism. Find your wow right now. Visit nj.org.
Ben Brown, we mentioned his Long Island. He was starting to get some traction as a college prospect. He had a few colleges interested, but late in his junior year, his appendix ruptured. And it really set him back. He was in the hospital for a time, and after it happened, he came back and he was, lost a ton of velocity, and scouts kind of started to disappear from his games as Rojas takes a look at a strike. And Ben Brown said had a lot of belief in himself even then. And the next time scouts started to make their way around, he was a year older, got a little bit bigger, was throwing in the low 90s again. Here's a swing and a miss. And it's 0-2, and showed enough that pro scouts, were interested. And the Phillies picked him in the 33rd round, 0-2 pitch. And he just gets a piece of that breaking ball. It was coming up through the Phillies system when the Phillies made the deal to acquire David Robertson back in 22, and Ben Brown was the player going the other direction. The windup in the 0-2, swinging a ground ball towards short. Swanson to his left, he's got it. Throw to first in time. There are 2 down.
Tie up your laces. Get ready for Nemours Children's Health Kids Run the Bases. Kids 14 and under can circle the diamond postgame after the Phils host the Padres on Wednesday, July 2nd at 1:05. Secure seats at Phillies.com.
Who's running the bases today? I forget.
Stock.
Kids or seniors?
Kids.
A swing and a miss by Turner. 0-1 the count. Today. Not on July 2nd.
Okay.
Turner had a base hit, would later score as a swing and a foul tip. That would be the seniors strolling the bases after the game today. You?
I'm not a senior. Still a junior.
More of a graduate student. It's a pitch up and in. Lifelong learner you are, Larry.
That's exactly right. Can always learn something new.
1 ball and 2 strikes in the pitch. And that's down low.
Never in my case, it doesn't mean I'll remember it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 3-0 Phillies lead it here in the second. And the pitch. Swung on, popped up. Third base side, foul territory for Shaw. He's under it, and he's got it. And that'll do it. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Good bounce back for Ben Brown here in the second. We'll go to the third. Phillies 3 and the Cubs nothing.
Upgrade to a Carrier Infinity heat pump and enjoy.
send the Phillies stars south to Atlanta for the 2025 All-Star Game. Vote for your Phils 5 times daily at phillies.com/vote.
Your exclusive home for Phillies baseball, 94 WIP.
Kids 14 and under are sure to be the coolest on the beach this summer with the Philadelphia Water Ice Fanatic Beach Towel. Get yours on Sunday, July 6th at 1:35 when the Reds come to Citizens Bank Park to take on the Phils. Visit phillies.com to purchase tickets today.
See what you did there.
See that?
3-0 Phillies lead it. Top of the order for the Cubs here in the third. And the first pitch to Ian Happ is in for a called strike. Happ, Tucker, and Suzuki here against Jesus Luzardo. Wouldn't be bad for him to have a quick inning. But he's a little short on arms today. The 0-1 is a pitch up and away. And so much so they made a roster move prior to the game today. They designated Carlos Hernandez for assignment and recalled Michael Mercado from AAA. The 1-1 swung on and missed. They do have Max Lazar available. They have Jordan Romano and Matt Strahm available. And Lazar, a multi-inning guy. Right. So is Mercado. The pitch swung on and missed. Struck him out.
That's 6. Wow.
But all that said, it, again, wouldn't be the worst thing if Jesus went deep into this one.
Right. It certainly would help.
There's Kyle Tucker. As Tucker takes the first pitch up high for ball 1. Phillies will have an off day tomorrow, and if you get a good start today, you can kind of reset everything for the weekend. Pitch, fastball, and that's in for a called strike. Toronto will be in for a 3-game set beginning on Friday night. Phillies announced that it would be Ranger Suarez, Christopher Sanchez, and Zach Wheeler in that order this weekend. The 1-1 to Tucker, and it's down low. 2 balls and a strike. The windup and the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul off to the right of the plate. Tucker, who homered in Monday night's game, has 13 on the year after hitting 23 a year ago in an injury-shortened season. Traded in the offseason. He's a free agent to be. The Astros dealt him here to the Cubs. Cubs taking advantage of his 1 year remaining.
He'll probably get a pretty good contract after this year.
Would think. The 2-2 swung on and hit in the air. Left center. Rojas coming in and over. He's there. He's got it.
All right. We'll bring home the best bobble in baseball on another City Connect Friday when all fans take home a Pico JT Realmuto bobble figurine on Friday, July 18th at 6:45 when the Phils host the Angels. Purchase tickets at phillies.com.
Brings up the DH, Seiya Suzuki, who had an infield hit his first time up, one of 3 singles allowed so far by Luzardo, who delivers a strike. Oh, 1 the count. 3-0 Phillies. Next pitch. That's a called strike. And it's 0-2. Time called by Suzuki, who is in year number 4 of his initial 5-year deal signed with the Cubs. The 0-2, swing and a miss. He got him. Another strikeout for Luzardo, and he's got 3 scoreless so far with 7 Ks. There's his first 1-2-3 inning of the afternoon. We'll go to the bottom of the third. 3-0 Phillies.
Baseball season is in full swing.
Ferguson at the top of that list is the 17, the Tigers' multiple apps to run your business. Meet Trust UC from Telesystem, an AI-powered voice, video, and messaging platform with built-in cybersecurity awareness training. Visit hackersuck.com to learn more.
Your exclusive home for Phillies baseball. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Nothing beats Sunday night baseball at the Bank. The division rival Mets are coming to town for an exciting matchup under the lights against the Phils on Sunday, June 22nd at 7:10. Secure your seats by visiting Phillies.com.
Kyle Schwarber leading it off here this inning. Takes down low for ball one. Schwarber, Bohm, and Castellanos due up here against Ben Brown, with the Phillies leading 3-0. Wind-up and the pitch. And it's in there for a called strike. Phillies in a stretch here with the schedule. They've got the weekend series against Toronto. They'll go away for one series. They'll come home for one series. And then go back out on the road for two. The pitch is down low. And anytime you go out on the road and they come back for one series, just feels like another stop on a long road trip for a lot of these guys.
Yep.
Here's the windup and the 2-1 pitch. And that's up high. And needless to say, it's a reasonably challenging portion of the schedule. They'll have Toronto. They certainly know what the Jays are capable of this weekend. Got the Mets next weekend, then a trip to Houston, and of course their division rivals, the Braves. Here's a swing and a drive way back to right, and that will end the drought for Kyle Schwarber as he hits one off the facing of the second deck. It falls into the lower seats, and Schwarber with his 21st of the year. And that's the Kyle Schwarber we know, especially in the month of June. It's 4-0 Phillies.
Really. It's taken him a little bit to get started, but watch out now.
It's his second homer of the month. And that was a long one.
Yes.
Going to bring up Alec Bohm. So Schwarber, a walk and a homer today. Here's the windup of the pitch to Bohm, and it's swung on and ripped sharply to short, but a great pickup by Swanson. He'll pop up, throw to first, and get Bohm there.
Yeah, he makes it look easy.
Sure does. Rob Thompson telling us that Kyle Schwarber would be just fine. No worries about his 3 for 31 stretch. He was here late last night after the game, taking extra batting practice, doing work, and it's working.
Seems to be.
Here's Castellanos, and the pitch is down and away.
109.6 off the bat.
The 1-0 pitch, and that one is a little bit wide. In his last 52 plate appearances, Kyle Schwarber had just one homer, and that was the home run early in the game at Pittsburgh the other day. The windup of the 2-0, and a swing and a miss.
Now, one hopper by Bohm, 102.3. That was a rocket.
Puts Kyle at 47 runs batted in. The pitch. And that's hit well. Left center field and deep. Brujan back at the track in front of the wall, and it's gone. The ball bounded away. Are they saying it's in play?
Yeah, I
they
guess.
are saying it's in play. And Castellanos hustling into third base. Boy, I thought that hit over the railing and into the stands and maybe caromed out on the stone steps. And Rob Thompson coming up the dugout steps to make sure. And the umpires are going to have a boundary review here to make sure that.
Crew chief review of the potential home run call.
And as we look at it, I'm getting a replay now, and it did hit the railing, and it hit the steel railing.
There's a yellow.
Yeah, I think that's in play. That's going to be a triple.
Yeah. Now, kudos to Casty for running the whole way.
They have one part of that railing painted yellow, That's at the end of the aisleway more than anything, but it definitely hit that metal railing. And I mean, we're talking about inches away from being a homer.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe another half inch, and that ends up gliding over the railing instead of bounding back onto the field.
This should not take more than like 5 seconds.
Fans were in the area reaching out, of course, right behind the railing, but I don't think anybody touched it or anything like that.
What are they?
And they're just showing the one we've been talking about on Fanavision now. That was the moan you heard from the crowd.
This shouldn't take this long.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The ball is in play. Third base.
So a triple for Castellanos, his first of the year. And that'll bring up Max Kepler with a runner at third base and one out.
Cubs will bring the infield in, at least with the exception of Turner at first. He's back behind the bag, but
Kepler, who had an RBI double his first time up, trying to get this runner home from third with one out. The pitch swung on and missed.
well, it's the same, leaving that curveball up a little bit. That's what Casty got, and that's what Kepler had right there. A curveball up in his own, but it was right on the outside corner.
0-1 the count. And that pitch is outside.
That changeup at 92, that's just too hard.
Yeah. Not enough separation.
And to me, that's such an easy fix for a pitcher. You take your legs out of it. You don't drive it to the plate. You just try and think about leaving your foot feel like it's glued to the mound. The hitter's looking up at your arms where you release the ball. They don't see your foot stand back, which it doesn't stay back anyway, but you basically, by thinking that, you take your legs out of it.
1-1. And it's a check swing foul ball. And that's out of play to our left. One-two pitch. And that's down and away. Two and two now on Kepler. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Chased a little bit there, but able to get a piece of it. 4-0 Phillies lead it. And another runner out there to be had at third base with the infield in. And one out. Brown is ready, the pitch. And it's up high. And the count is now full, 3-2. Lefties have hit .292 off Ben Brown this year. The pitch. And that missed outside, ball four. And he didn't give him a whole lot to work with there.
Nope.
And with runners on the corners, he'll be looking to get a double play ball here. And before he does that, let's pause for station identification here on the Philadelphia Phillies radio network.
94 WIP HD1 Philadelphia. Powered by the Tasty Cake Studios. The home of the Phillies. 94 WIP. An Odyssey Sports Station.
With Larry Anderson, I'm Scott Fransky with you from Citizens Bank Park on this Wednesday afternoon. Beautiful day for baseball. Tom Kelly is our engineer here in the booth. Justin Morgenstein back in our studios. Phillies have a 4-0 lead. A chance for more as Tommy Hotteby, the Cubs pitching coach, out on the mound to talk with Ben Brown, who has looked sharp his last two starts for the Cubs. Yeah. After kind of a rough stretch through late April and early May, starting with his appearance against the Phils. But, 2 2 starts ago, 6 scoreless against Cincinnati with just a hit and 9 Ks. Last time out, just 2 runs allowed in 7 innings to the Tigers. But he's given up 4 already. And Brown's pitch, JT takes. That's a called strike. JT has been surpassed for the club lead in grounding into double plays. Alec Bohm holds that distinction now. Big hole on the right side. And Brown's 0-1. And it's fouled back and out of play.
That's 21 between the two of them. It's a fair amount.
And JT down to the count now, 0-2. He singled up the middle his first time up to drive in a run. Brown ready in the 0-2. Swing and a ground ball left side. Charging Shaw. He's coming home with it. And the tag at the plate is in time. Really nice play by Matt Shaw as they had Castellanos going on contact. And Castellanos unable to score on that one.
They don't move real swiftly. He got a decent break. He just Shaw made a nice play, and they stay out of a double play.
If JT's able to hit that maybe 2 more feet to Shaw's left, Shaw's going to have no choice but to take one of the other 2 outs at second or at first.
No doubt.
So 2 down here, runners at first and second, and Stott the batter, the pitch. He takes, and that's a called strike. Wow, that's like 3 balls off the plate away.
Close enough.
Is it?
No. Not even.
Stott struck out his first time up, the pitch, and it's up and away. We've seen Shaw make some pretty good plays over there. We haven't seen a whole lot of him, obviously. He's just a rookie, but what we have seen has been fairly impressive defensively.
No question.
Ball and a strike, and Brown turns and looks back at second base.
Unfortunately, it wasn't hit any harder, or it might have been a double play.
One ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Stott swings, hits a pop-up shallow center. Going out Swanson, but Brujan coming in. He'll make the catch. Side's retired. Phillies get 1 on the home run by Castellanos. Oh, so close to another, but 2 men left the board. And
Roll with us at SEPTA.org.
Doors are closing.
Hey, Phillies fans, warm up for the game with expert analysis and unfiltered opinion on Phillies Pregame Live.
It is gone!
Then, after the final out, hear from players fresh off the field with Phillies Postgame Live, only on NBC Sports Philadelphia.
The home of the Phillies, 94 WIP.
The RAV4th inning is presented by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com to get your new 2025 RAV4 today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Phils with a 4-0 lead as we start the fourth. And it'll be the middle third of the order due up for Chicago. Of course, that starts with the fourth hitter in the lineup. Throwing out all the fours we've got at you.
All of them.
Otto Kemp's going to lead off the bottom of the fourth. You know what number he wears?
4.
Bingo. Dansby Swanson, a swing and a miss.
Last half of inning, though, Kepler had a 4-bagger. But that's not this inning.
Not that. That was in the third.
Yeah.
0-1 the count. And the windup by Luzardo in the pitch. It's fouled away. Swanson fouled out his first time up. A nice play by Castellanos down in the right field line, right up against the stands. There's a swing and a ground ball foul. Third base side. Hey, heck of a play. Quentin Berry.
Nice.
Third base coach for the Cubs, former Phil's minor leaguer many moons ago. Dansby Swanson now in his third year with Chicago. After 7 with the Braves, the pitch is down to the dirt. 1-2 the count. Luzardo into his windup. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled away to the right side. Swanson back-to-back years. Doing the whole season, leading in games played, including 162 in 2022, his last year with Atlanta. The 1-2 pitch is down low. That was probably his best offensive year all in all. 2-2 pitch. And it's grounded foul. Quentin Berry doesn't even really try for that one.
No.
Said, I made my play for the day.
Exactly.
He and Bohm sharing a laugh over there. That year he batted .277 with 25 homers, 32 doubles, and he drove in 96 runs for Atlanta. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him.
Now the guy's been struggling against left-handed pitching. Swanson hitting under 200 against him.
And that'll bring up Carson Kelly. Kelly singled to left his first time up. Luzardo is on a roll now. Has got 8 strikeouts in the game. The pitch is going to bounce in there.
He has gotten one out on a ball in play.
Yeah.
One foul fly out.
He did let Rojas make a play that one time.
Everything else been a strikeout.
He struck out 5 Cubs in 6 innings at Wrigley that day back in April. The windup in the 1-0 pitch. And it's hit in the air down the right side. Castellanos going over into foul territory and misplayed it, and it falls. I think he lost sight of it and might have overran that one.
I think he did.
Yeah?
And then he looked up in the sun. He's got sunglasses on, so you can't fault him. He did everything right except didn't see the ball or catch it.
I really thought that was going to be into the seats off the bat, but I guess it didn't slice as much as I thought.
No.
1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch to Kelly, and that's down low. Yeah, so that's 2 plays in the field, right? The Castellanos one to end the first.
Yep.
And the Tucker fly ball in the third.
Yep.
All the other outs via the strikeout. 2-1 pitch. Swung on, line to left center. That's a hit. Rojas playing over the other way. Has a long way to go to get it. It'll roll to the base of the State Farm sign, and Kelly is into second with a double. His 4th double, 2nd hit of the day. And it puts a man in scoring position here for Justin Turner.
Well, don't miss back-to-back nights of a guaranteed blast at Citizens Bank Park with the post-game Xfinity fireworks show set to take place after the Phils host the Padres Monday, June 30th and Tuesday, July 1st, both at 6:30. Secure your seats today at phillies.com.
Turner had a hit his last time up, and the pitch to him now, swing and a miss. High fastball from Luzardo. 0-1 the count. Coming up on 70 pitches now for Jesus. The pitch is in there for called strike. Jesus, who after his start against the Brewers decided to go change up his mojo, and he went to some cornrows with his hairstyle. And that's what he used when he pitched, or what he had when he pitched in Toronto. Here's a swing and a hopper to second, be taken by Stott. He'll throw to first. Down to third base goes Kelly. There's the second out. And then when the Toronto start didn't go so well, by the time we were in Pittsburgh, he had undone the cornrows and went back to his regular long hair look.
I might look into that.
Cornrows?
Cornrows. There'd just be one cornrow.
Just one?
Not cornrows. No,
yeah.
There's nothing up there for rows.
Just a row.
Row.
One row of corn.
Yes.
The pitch to Nico Horner's down and in. Well, I mean, you might as well. I mean, you've noticed Crocker next door. He's trying out all kinds of stuff with his hair. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled back. We get to see him all the time without the hat on. I know he generally goes on TV with the hat on, but I just saw him in the hallway in between innings. He's walking by, and I say, you know, every time I see him, he looks more and more like Dennis Hopper in Hoosiers.
Who was it said they were out in the outfield last night?
The 1-1 pitch. And that one's hit hard down the left field line. That's going to be in for a hit and get the Cubs on the board. As it'll one-hop the fence. In to score is Kelly. Into second is Nico Horner. And it's a 4-1 ball game after the double by Horner. His 16th of the year. That'll bring up Matt Shaw.
But I think when he was sitting out there between T-Mac and Jason Kelsey, he was, I don't know who said it, but they said they're going to start trying to raise some money for a wheelchair for Crucky. The way he was bent over in that seat out there.
Here's Matt Shaw, and he takes a fastball in for ball one. 1-0 the count. Shaw struck out his first time up against Luzardo. And the pitch. And that's in tight. 2-0 count. What would it take to get you to really do that?
The wheelchair or the cornrow?
The cornrow.
I'll talk to
your hairstylist?
Yes.
Let's see if she could pull that off.
She can do a lot. I don't know.
Here's a ground ball hit to third. Bohm is up with it. He'll throw it to first. She's a beautician, not a magician. 1 run for the Cubs on a couple of hits and a man left. We're going.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started cooking with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went to figure out what we're going to call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of our mother. So that's when Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people, and this is what barbecuing is all about, and this is why we love it.
There's so much history right here. And when I put it on and it's so light, it just feels just right. It feels just right. I mean, look at this. It got the city on it. When I was 7 years old, my uncle takes me where? To Shea Stadium. Darryl Strawberry, hits a home run, and I become a fan for life.
Biggest thing we're bringing is a brand new Tony Gwynn drop I did with his estate. So we just signed a deal at therealist.com to actually go through his entire archives, present them, and auction them off. And to announce it, we did this limited edition 1994 The Lost Season card. Because, you know, between August of 93 and May of 95, Tony Gwynn batted .406 in 162 games. So in the back, we have the stats of what could have been.
Only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
While everyone's listening to the ball game on the Phillies radio network, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, is hard at work rebuilding our infrastructure, whether it's transportation, water, or energy projects. ELEC and the operating engineers, 825, are ready to get to work building our bounce back. Phillies baseball, Sports Radio 94 WIP.
The RAV4 inning presented by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com to get your new 2025 RAV4 today. Toyota, let's go Phils. And number 4, Otto Kemp rifles one to right. That's a base hit for Kemp. And he's aboard to start things here in the 4th. His 4th career hit in the major leagues. He wears the number 4. It was his brother's number. He said, I'm kind of a number 9 guy, Otto Kemp. He was born on September the 9th of 1999 at 9:19.
He is a 9 guy.
Yeah. Bobby Dickerson has that number, the Phillies infield coach. Bobby Dickerson, who almost exclusively wears a red pullover every game.
Right.
There's a throw over to first.
I did not know what number he was.
In fact, during photo day, he was out on the field without that red pullover, just wearing his regular uniform top like all the other players and staff members when they went out to take pictures with the fans. The pitch to Rojas, he squares to bunt, takes a strike. It's 4-1 here. Phillies are leading it. But I saw Bobby wearing number 9. It's a Dickerson on the back. I said, who's that guy?
I wonder if a lot of the players said the same thing.
Because you never see him with it on. He's always wearing the red top. The 0-1 pitch, and Rojas pops the bunt up to first. Turner's got it. And Rojas, who got down 2 bunts on Tuesday night, unable to get the job done here.
I don't know if he was maybe trying to push that past the pitcher towards second base. No, just going after a high pitch to bunt. Probably ball out of the zone. Oh, yeah, that ball was neck high.
Here's Trey Turner, and the pitch to Turner is bounced in the dirt. Kelly was thinking about throwing back to first, but couldn't get a handle on the ball as he went to transfer it to the throwing hand. One ball and no strikes. Phillies leading 4-1. Turner's 1 for 2 today. Brown ready at the belt. Long set. He'll throw over to first. And Kemp dives back in. Otto Kemp, by the way, did have 11 steals in 13 tries for AAA Lehigh Valley. Last year, he stole a total of 20 bases in the minors. The 1-0, and it's swung on, hit well to right, pushing back, going for Tucker. He'll reach up, it's off his glove, and rattles around up against the wall. Turner's on his way to second as Kemp will head to third. Kyle Tucker got under it, right up against the fence, and it looked like it just went off the tip of his glove.
And not an easy play going up against the wall like that. Ball carried pretty good. Tucker got back. Yeah, I think just off the top of his glove.
I mean, he's 1/2 step from crashing into the wall. He had to go off his glove.
And then his right hand, his bare hand, went off his hand and couldn't corral it there.
To bring up Kyle Schwarber and the Cubs, who just got a run of the board, in danger of giving it back right away here, and then some. As that'll be a double for Turner, his second hit of the day. And the pitch to Schwarber is taken up and away for ball one. Schwarber, a walk, a stolen base, a couple of runs scored. The home run his last time up.
Good chance for a pretty good separation between the two teams with this at bat or the next one.
Brown comes set, the 1-0 pitch. Schwarber fouls it back, out of play.
Had that hanging curveball. He knows it too.
One ball, one strike. And the pitch. And that's down low. Schwarber fourth in baseball in home runs. Cal Raleigh is 26 these days for the Mariners. Aaron Judge second with 24. Shohei Ohtani has 23. Schwarber at 21 is fourth overall, second in the National League. 2 balls and 1 strike to Schwarber. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball. That was pretty sharp. And it's 2-2.
It's a lot sharper when it's down in the zone, that's for sure.
Brown ready. And it's 2-2. And it bounces in there. A little too far down. Three balls, 2 strikes. Base open at first base. Right-hander Brown ready. And the 3-2 to Schwarber. Swing and a miss. He got him. Boy, another curveball. And he gets a big strikeout of Schwarber there. It's only his third of the game, his first since the first inning. And here's Alec Bohm as the defense can back up. With 2 outs now. Brown ready in the pitch. Bohm takes, that's outside. Bohm, or the Phillies, I should say, had back-to-back 2-out RBI hits in the first inning. And looking for another one right here.
It would be a big one. Second and third.
Time called as Brown steps off. The pitch. Swung on. Line to right. That's a base hit into right center. Kemp will score. Turner's coming home as well. And Alec Bohm does deliver the 2-out, 2-run single. And the Phillies now lead it 6-1 here over the Cubs.
Huge right there.
Boy, that's the Alec Bohm we've seen so much of the last couple of seasons.
Getting that hanging curveball. Bohm takes care of it.
So for the second time, the Phillies put 6 runs up against Ben Brown. And here's Castellanos, and he swings and fouls one back. Castellanos, who just missed a home run his last time up. Hit it off the railing in left center field. 0-1 pitch, and that one's taken. It's a called strike. Had to settle for a triple, and then got thrown out trying to score on an infield grounder. 0-2 the count. Brown is ready. And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. A couple of strikeouts in the frame, but a couple of runs as well. 3 hits in the inning. And 1 man left to board. We'll go to the 5th. It's now the Phillies 6 and the Cubs 1.
The Phillies play here. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Fifth inning, Phillies with a 6-1 lead as they look to win the series here over the Cubs today. Jesus Luzardo strong over the first 4 frames. And see if he can keep it going here as the Phillies leading it 6-1. And Vidal Brujan takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Brujan, Happ, and Tucker coming up here. And Luzardo delivers, and the pitch is a pop-up back of second. Stott waiting on it. He's got it about 3 feet out on the grass in shallow center. 1 away. Top of the order now, and Ian Happ. We need to get you one of those hats, Larry.
You know what?
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is wearing.
Amari Telemaco hat?
The Amari Telemaco hat. That's right. Here's his swing and a miss. 0-1.
I like that.
Ricky Stenhouse, a NASCAR driver, I guess. He's wearing a red cap with a number 47 with the red, white, and blue stars and stripes inset inside the 4 and the 7. That's pretty cool.
I like that.
1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch, that's a little bit high. I guess, is there a NASCAR race somewhere nearby? In Dover?
Indianapolis. Oh.
Dover?
That's old. Daytona. Dover.
All the Delawareans will be checking that out. The 2-1 will be on the inside corner for a called strike. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch is popped up. And this is over on the first base side, shallow right field. Stott going out, fighting the sun. He stays with it, stays under it, and makes the catch. You know, I once had to host a NASCAR show. Did I ever tell you that?
What?
One of my first jobs in radio was hosting a twice weekly NASCAR show. Do you know how much I knew about NASCAR?
Oh, probably a ton.
Not the first thing. I
bet
knew there were cars involved.
Did you know what a pit stop was?
I didn't know anything about car racing. It was a pitch. Kyle Tucker takes Lone away. It's
really
1 ball to no. Well, you know, when you're just starting out in this business, you'll
do just about anything.
Just do about anything, yeah.
You're a quick learner, though.
All I had to do was ask the questions. Really, the 1-0 pitch is a grounded foul.
Like what's the number of your car?
No, I was the host, and we had an expert, an old driver by the name of Buddy Baker.
Kind of like us doing this.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I work so well with old guys. Yeah. It's all those years with Buddy Baker. Pitch. And it's bounced foul up the first base line again by Tucker.
How long did you do it?
Probably twice weekly for like a calendar year, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. He got him. And there's a 1-2-3 shutdown inning there for Jesus Luzardo. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. And it's the Phillies 6 and the Cubs 1.
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
The The beauty of this jersey is the feel, the texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
At PGW, delivering clean, reliable natural gas to Philadelphia homes and businesses safely is our top priority. If you smell gas, call 215-235-1212. PGW, fueling the future.
Your exclusive home for Phillies baseball, 94 WIP.
Time for the Citizens stats leader, Andrew Abbott of the Reds, improved to 6-1 with a 1.87 ERA after a complete game 3-hit shutout, blanking Cleveland 1-0. Citizens, the official bank of the Phillies.
First pitch to Max Kepler is fouled back and out of play. 0-1 the count. Phillies 6, Cubs 1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 0-1, and that's up and away. Kepler, an RBI double in the first, walked his last time up in the third. The 1-1, and check swing, strike called. Elsewhere today, Braves playing day baseball in Milwaukee. They're in the second inning. Braves with an early 2-0 lead. As the pitch fouled away, Spencer Schwellenbach on the mound today for Atlanta. And Michael Harris II has homered. 2-run shot for the Braves. Braves in 4th place, 14.5 out.
Ooh.
There's the windup in the 1-2. And that's up high. Phillies 5 games out at the start of play today. Mets came back and won their game in extra innings yesterday. The next pitch swung on and lifted in the air. Shallow center field. Going out for it is Swanson. Now Brujan coming in, but Swanson stays with it. That's the shortstop ranging out into shallow right center. And he makes the play for the first out.
Well, calling all superheroes, we need you for a play ball weekend. Your mission is to step up to the plate, whether at your favorite ballpark or in your own backyard. Register for an event with your local team or play on your own. Learn more at playball.org/weekend.
Here is JT Realmuto, and JT takes a called strike. Mets will be in action tonight as they host Washington once again. Pirates lead the Marlins 4-2, top of the 7th in Pittsburgh. There's a swing at a fly ball to right. Tucker going back, has room, makes the catch, straightaway right field. 2 gone. That'll bring up Bryson Stott. Cardinals 1, Blue Jays nothing. Top of the 2nd in St. Louis, and Cleveland all over the Reds. 7-1, bottom of the 5th inning in Cleveland. That'll bring up Bryson Stott, who is hitless today, 0 for 2. The pitch, and that's in there for a called strike. And now only 4 hits in his last 41 at-bats. 0-1. And it's swung on and hit in the air to left. Going back on it is Happ. He's there. He reaches up, makes the catch. And there's a 1-2-3 inning for Ben Brown here in the 5th. And we'll head to the 6th inning today. It's the Phillies 6 and the Cubs 1.
So these is MLB Network talent stars.
Okay.
The stars of MLB Network. Can I trade a pack of these for a signed Lawrence Shahadi
How
card.
about we do a little bit of both? Money, a little trade.
Will you open it up and see if you like it?
They're really nice.
If I sign it, does that equal the Lawrence Shahadi 20?
All right.
Do we have a good trade?
We have a good trade. Thank you so much. That was fun.
Nice doing business with you.
And for following box scores. We're made for celebrating big moments. And we're made ready with Citizens. Citizens, fellow fans and the official bank of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Kids 14 and under are sure to be the coolest on the beach with the Philadelphia Water Ice Fanatic Beach Towel. Get yours on Sunday, July 6th at 1:35 when the Phillies play the Reds. Order tickets now at phillies.com.
Your exclusive home for Phillies baseball. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
The Chick-fil-A nugget of the game, June 11th, 1985. Phillies turned in their greatest offensive game ever, a 26-7 win over the Mets. Begins with a 9-run first inning, highlighted by left fielder Bon Hayes' 2 home runs, a leadoff shot, and a grand slam. No other Phillies player ever hit 2 homers in the first inning.
First pitch to Seiya Suzuki is in for a strike from Jesus Luzardo. As the 0-1 on the way, a swing and a foul back. Luzardo into his 6th inning of work. He's coming up on 90 pitches. He's got 9 strikeouts. And has given up just the 1 run. And Luzardo hasn't walked anybody either. And it's been really good to see. Here's the 0-2. And it's fouled back.
Yep.
He's a real shot in the arm, I think, to see him.
Big time. And one thing we've seen, good command, but pitching in, coming in off the plate on the right hander some. You don't have to do it a lot, but you have to do it some.
0-2 pitch. And that's down low.
Ooh. Wow.
Good pitch.
You know me, I'm not going to get on the umpires.
No, I know. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out anyways, and that's number 10 on the day for Jesus Luzardo, his 4th double-digit strikeout game of the season.
6 innings. They're actually
Dansby Swanson.
5 1/3 innings.
His season high is 11 strikeouts, and he did that his first start of the year against Washington. Here's Dansby Swanson in the pitch. Is outside, ball 1.
I like the fact he's letting a few more guys play.
Yeah.
The last couple innings.
The windup and the 1-0. And a swing and a bouncer, foul. Well, I do think he's okay with routine ground outs and things of that nature.
Those help keep the pitch count down. A lot of high strikeouts generally take you to a high pitch count.
Here's the 1-1. And it's popped up right side. That'll go out of play. And it's 1-2 on Swanson. He was 0 for 2 today. He's fouled out and struck out.
Gotta believe, unless he gets a double play on this pitch, which I don't think is possible.
Since there's nobody on base?
Yeah, I think this might be his last inning.
6-1, Phillies leading it. Luzardo, the 1-2. Fouled back.
Good fastball there, up but in off the plate. Goes after. Close enough to make him chase.
The left-hander's 1-2 again, and that one's down and in. Another breaking ball. Good to see our pal Larry Shank. The Baron is at the ball game today. Long time head of PR here with the Phillies, taking in the ball game. 2-2 pitch, swung on and lifted in the air, center field, pretty deep. Going back is Rojas. He's got room, angling towards right center now. He'll make the catch. 2 down.
And that was pitch 96 on the day.
been over 104 straight starts, and 4 in a row, and then all of a sudden things went sideways on him. The 2 starts against Milwaukee and Toronto. Here's Carson Kelly, and the pitch swung on and missed. Carson Kelly has been kind of the thorn in the side here. 2 for 2 today with a single, a double, a run scored. The windup, and the 0-1 swung on and fouled back. One thing about these 10 strikeouts, they are all strikeouts swinging.
Yeah.
Which is tied for the most he's ever had in a single game. It was the same case a few starts ago against the Athletics in Sacramento. All 10 of those strikeouts were swinging. 0-2 on Kelly, and here's the pitch. Swung on and hit in the air, left field. Kepler skimming along the warning track, waiting on it. He'll make the catch, and the side is retired. And 6 strong innings for Jesus Luzardo today, and what a bounce back for the left-hander.
There are still many seasons left in your Major League career, Leo, but you can take steps now that will help secure your baseball legacy. Try to prioritize longevity over instant gratification in your personal and professional life. Getting clear on your ambitions and creating an ironclad plan for achieving them will set you up nicely for future honors.
Companies, the MVP of insurance for nonprofits and over 100 other specialized industries.
Tie your laces and get ready for Nemours Children's Health Kids Run the Bases. Kids 14 and under can join us post-game on Wednesday, July 2nd after the Phillies play the Padres at 1:05. Visit Phillies.com to order tickets today.
The home of the Phillies, 94 WIP.
Independence Blue Cross Player Spotlight is focused on Brandon Marsh, who has multiple hits in back-to-back games for the 3rd time this season. 85 plate appearances since May 3rd. He's slashing .324, .412, and .446. Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at IBX.com.
Otto Kemp will lead off here in the 6th inning. Phillies with a 6-1 lead. And Ben Brown delivers, and Kemp takes a breaking ball up and in for ball 1. Cubs start to get a left-hander up. Phillies have a right-hander starting to loosen. Looks like Max Lazar, the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball, that's in for a strike. Phillies 6, the Cubs 1. Otto Kemp's single back in the 4th inning started a 2-run rally. Brown with a 1-1. And that's up and in.
Watch it.
Almost walked into that
Yeah.
one. Again, like Castellanos earlier, you're waiting on that breaking ball. And maybe starting to inch out over the plate a little bit. And then you get that one to buzz the tower. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Two balls, 2 strikes. The wind of the 2-2. Fastball, that's a called 3rd strike. Got him looking.
Right down the middle, but at the knees.
You almost wonder if guys are, I mean, everything's hard. We talked about his curveball being 90 miles an hour, and they're thinking, you know, they see that, and they're thinking, since everything is hard, they're waiting for that ball to drop out of the zone, like in that case.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, to right-handed hitters, Brown's numbers don't jump off the page at you at 5.37 with the ERA, but there's clearly a lot to work with there if he could, as Rojas squares the bunt, takes a strike. I mean, improvement in command and maybe a third pitch to deal with righties multiple times through the order, you know.
There's nothing wrong with throwing a change up to righties.
Here's the 0-1 and a swing and a miss.
But that change up at 91 is almost like a BP fastball, I guess, but it's straight. Now, if he can slow that up a bit, you get a little separation.
0-2, swing and a bouncer, foul.
It makes it a lot tougher on the hitter to judge, to time it up. I think the same thing with the curveball. He could drag his back foot a little more, not stride as far on the curveball, take a little off, choke it a little more, whatever, to change speeds on the curveball.
The pitch, Rojas swings and hits a skimmer out to short. Swanson has it. The throw to first is in time. That was really close. Well, and Ben Brown, you know, you look at him as a two-pitch guy, essentially against righties, and that changeup only occasionally lefties. Now, he may not have been in the starting rotation at this point in his career, if not for some major injuries. I mean, they're still without Shota Imanaga, and they're going to be without Justin Steele. There's a swing of the ball hit off the end of the bat, foul.
Steele was Tommy John, right?
Yeah. So they definitely are missing a couple of guys in that rotation. 6 in a row retired now by Brown. The 0-1. And Turner takes low. He's 2 for 3 today with a single, a double, 2 runs scored, a stolen base. 6-1, Phillies lead. And the pitch. That's up high. And Brown closing in on 100 pitches, which he's only done twice this year. Go a full 100 pitches in the big leagues. The windup in the 2-1, and it's swung on, fouled out of play. Probably Brown's last batter with the lefty Cabrera warming. And Kyle Schwarber waiting on deck. And the pitch. Breaking ball down and away. So the count is full now to Trey Turner. Trying to get on for the third time, and Brown's pitch to him is inside, ball 4.
Yep, that's going to be it.
That will be it indeed, as Craig Counsell on his way to the mound. Well, Ben Brown gives up 6 runs again to the Phils. He'll depart with property at first base. Gets a little deeper into the contest this time against the team that drafted him. But
I'm going to go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
Or us time. Whether we're winding down from the day, catching up on our teams, or just tuning out. SEPTA is how we roll. Roll with us at SEPTA.org.
Doors are closing.
Cubs will turn to left-hander Genesis Cabrera. Genesis Cabrera, 28 years of age, in his first year with the Cubs. In fact, his first 4 outings with the Cubs. He started the year with the Mets organization. This will be his 11th appearance in the big leagues overall. And he's going to face Kyle Schwarber. Turner on at first base. 2 outs in the inning. Phillies have a 6-1 lead. And Schwarber's standing in. Cabrera will throw over to first. Turner dives back in. I'd be shocked if Turner didn't try to swipe the bag, to be honest with you.
Yep.
Cabrera comes set, letter high, and the pitch. Schwarber takes a breaking ball for a strike. Cabrera, former Cardinal. Remember, he threw one up and in that got Bryce Harper earlier in his career. 0-1 the count, the pitch, swung on, popped up on the infield. Matt Shaw calling for it left side. He'll make the catch on the infield grass. And Schwarber retired for the final out. No runs, no hits. A walk, a man left after 6 complete. Phillies 6 and the Cubs 1.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Come turn the lights and energy up at Citizens Bank Park for another City Connect Friday when the Blue Jays come to town on Friday, June 13th at 6:45. Secure your seats today at Phillies.com.
Phillies Baseball, Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Time for the PGW game summary. Well, this has been a lot of the Phils getting things going their way right out of the chute in the first inning. A 3-run first. RBI ground out by Bohm, RBI double by Kepler, and a infield or RBI single by Real Muto deflected by Nick Horner at second, and a solo run in the third on Schwarber's 21st home run, and a 2-run single by Bohm in the fourth. Big 2-out hit there, makes it 6 runs for the Phils. The Cubs got their 1 run in the fourth inning after a double by Kelly, brought in on a double by Horner. 6-1 Phillies going to the 7th.
First pitch from Max Lazar popped up off the bat of Justin Turner. Under it is Kemp, and he'll make the catch to the right of the mound, 1 away.
That's PGW fueling the future. A little battle there for Kemp fighting that sun.
That'll bring up the second baseman, Nico Horner. Yeah, bright, sunny day, not a cloud in the sky.
It's really nice out.
First pitch, swing and a miss. Lazar, no record of .450 earned run average. He's got 1 save. Today marks his 6th appearance in the majors for the year. 0-1 pitch, and it swung on and ripped to right, a base hit. Out of the reach of a leaping Otto Kemp at first. Well, if you'd had Alec Bohm over there at first, a little bit taller frame and a little longer reach, Bohm might have been able to get that
Perhaps.
one. He was definitely positioned in the right place, just not quite tall enough. Here's Matt Shaw. And the pitch. And that one's in there for a called strike. Shaw 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out against Luzardo. And the pitch. It's very high. The final line for Luzardo today, 6 innings of work, 1 run, it was earned, on 5 hits, no walks, and 10 strikeouts. His 4th double-digit strikeout game of the year. The 1-1. And a swing and a bouncer towards the bag at third base. It's a foul ball, fielded just over the line in front of the bag by Bohm. And again, we mentioned it before, but if you weren't with us, all 10 of the strikeouts were swinging. So Luzardo definitely had his swing and miss stuff today.
And it's so good to him to get back on track, and it's against one of the best offenses in the National League.
Mm-hmm.
Great to see.
What's not so great is not having Ken Baldwin in the media elevator here today. Ken Baldwin, he's like the in-house comedian.
Yes.
Comedian Ken. We've told some of his bad dad jokes before on the air, which really only encouraged him to tell more, I think.
Uh-huh.
Shaw back to the plate. And Lazar delivers, and the pitch is up high. But Ken recovering at Methodist Hospital under the weather. And we wish Ken all the best and to get well soon. Follow doctor's orders.
And well,
maybe just tone down the jokes while you're in the hospital.
It's not a laughing matter, Ken.
Here's a called strike as Shaw. They say Shaw swung the bat there as Charlie Ramos said he went around, and Shaw didn't think so. And so there's another strikeout as we get a look at it. Yeah, he went around.
Yeah.
I don't know if Shaw was upset that he didn't ask for help at first, but the home plate umpire is allowed to make the call on his own if he'd like. As the first pitch to Brujan is down low, want to know the count.
It's up to them, unless I guess the manager can ask him to check. But he got it right.
1-0. That's up high. Anyways, get well soon, Ken. We'll see you.
Maybe see you tomorrow. Might stop over there because I go up there every day.
All right. That's where your oxygen tube is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2-0. And it's swung on and fouled back into the screen. 6-1, Phillies lead it. We're in the top of the 7th. 2 balls and a strike on Brujan. And Lazar, long set. Here's the pitch. There's a strike call on the outside corner.
A little help.
Counts even. And the runner dancing off first. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball missed. So the count is full. Otto Kemp plays behind the runner Horner at first base. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner goes, the payoff pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, center field. Rojas back into his right, still going back, now stops. He'll make the catch. Ooh, just got that one. It looked like right at the end of his glove. But he puts it away, and that's out number 3. It's a scoreless 7th inning for Max Lazar.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Back-to-back nights of a guaranteed blast at the ballpark. You won't want to miss the Xfinity fireworks shows on Monday, June 30th and Tuesday, July 1st, both at 6:30, when the Phillies host the Padres. Secure your seats at Phillies.com.
The Phillies play here. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Alec Bohm leading off for the Phils here in the bottom of the 7th. It's 6-1 Phillies. And as his Cabrera delivers down low for ball one. Bohm, big 2-run single his last time up. Left-hander with a 1-0 and a swing and a foul out of play right side. Alec Bohm 1 for 3 with a 3 RBI day today. He had a run driven in with a ground out in the first. Cabrera's 1-1. Swung on, hit in the air, high in the air to left. It's pretty deep. Happ is back at the track, at the wall, and he's out of room. It's gone. Oh, just a towering fly ball straight away left field, and Alec Bohm with a 4 RBI day as he launches his 6th home run of the season to give the Phillies a 7-1 lead.
Nice. High fly ball, a little breeze out to left, maybe helped it some. Had a breaking ball middle of the plate. He thought he might have it. Right in the second row.
That'll bring up Castellanos. And Cabrera's pitch. Swing and a miss.
Good to see Luzardo. Good to see the offense coming to life. And you see the Phils with a good chance to take the season series.
0-1. And that's in there for a called strike. Phillies as a team now have 26 home runs off left-handed pitching. 11 of those off the bat of Kyle Schwarber. The pitch is down low. 5 more off the bat of Bryce Harper.
That's 16.
Out of the 26. For Alec Bohm, that's only his 2nd off a lefty. Nick Castellanos has 1 off a lefty. The 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss struck him out. JT Realmuto has none off left-handed pitching. Those are some pretty big right-handed bats in your everyday lineup.
Yeah.
Those 3 have combined for now 3 homers off left-handed pitching this year. Here's Max Kepler. Kepler 1 for 2 on the day with a double and a walk. The pitch, Kepler swings and bounces 1 foul. I mean, Max Kepler, a left-handed batter, has 1 home run off of lefties. The same number as Castellanos.
And 1 more than JT.
1 more than JT. Oh, 1 pitch. And a ball ripped foul down the first base line. Let's pause for station identification here on the Phillies Radio Network.
94 WIP HD1 Philadelphia. Powered by the Tasty Cake Studios. The home of the Phillies. 94 WIP. An Odyssey Sports Station.
With Larry Anderson, I'm Scott Fransky with you from Citizens Bank Park today. Phillies lead it in the 7th, 7-1. They've scored a run in 4 of the 7 innings today against the Cubs. The 0-2 on the way, and it's in the dirt, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cabrera's pitch. Down low. Cabrera, who wears the number 92 for the Cubs. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Fastball. That's a strike called over the outside corner. Got him looking as Kepler down on strikes. 2 gone.
I think Max may be looking for that breaking ball again.
The first player, manager, or coach to wear number 92 in Cubs franchise history.
Really? Huh.
Here's JT Realmuto. And the pitch he takes. That's down and in. JT today is single in the first to drive in a run. He's 1 for 3. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Off speed. For Realmuto. So 3 straight games with a hit here in this series against the Cubs. Playing the day game after the night game last night. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. That's not something they will often do with JT, except if they have an off day the following day after this day game, which they do. I would guess most of the Phillies will be at Yards Brewing Company in Philadelphia tonight for Kyle Schwarber and his wife Paige hosting the Schwarber's block party. 1-2. That's down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I believe that's sold out now, isn't it?
Yep, it is.
So.
Raising money for first responders, a cause near and dear to the Schwarber's hearts.
Right.
2-2 pitch and a swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt, and JT strikes out. So after giving up the home run to Bohm, Cabrera comes back to strike out the next 3 in order. 1 run, 1 hit, nobody left. On to the 8th. It's 7-1 Phillies.
Find what you love, love what you find.
To take the world, smiles at
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
Guess who that is? Roger McDowell.
Check him out. He has his uniform on upside down with the shoes on the hand, and it looks like he's walking on his hands. Has his cap hanging down. That's supposed to be his head. Well, the Mets really trying to turn it around. They do, however, trail in this ball game 4-0. I love that.
Phillies stars south to Atlanta for the 2025 All-Star Game. Vote for your Phils 5 times daily at phillies.com/vote.
Your exclusive home for Phillies baseball, 94 WIP.
This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Philadelphia Phillies may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Any accounts and description of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Phillies.
Phillies send Max Lazar back out to work here for the top of the 8th inning. Phillies have a 7-1 lead now. And it'll be the top of the order for the Cubs. Cubs came into the game, into the series with one of the best road records in the league. Obviously one of the best records overall, but they played really well on the road. Pitch is in for a called strike. They had the best winning percentage among National League clubs on the road. 0-1. And a swing and a line drive, right center field on the run. Castellanos, he can't get it, goes past him and to the wall. And Ian Happ on his way to second. Now the ball bobbled in right center by Rojas, racing over to pick it up, and Happ will take an extra base.
I don't know if Rojas didn't see it. He didn't even move when that ball was hit.
Yeah, he was way late in getting over there. And then once he did, he had the bobble. I mean, he was obviously, had to be playing over in left center.
But very little movement till the ball was already by Casty.
Here's Kyle Tucker, and a swing and a miss by Tucker. Oh, and 1 the count. Kyle Tucker today is 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts, all against Luzardo. Now against Lazar, the 0-1, and a swing and a bouncer to first, backing up Kemp. He's got it. He'll throw it to the pitcher covering. In to score is Happ, and it's now a 7-2 ball game. Second error of the year for Rojas. And for Tucker, that's his 43rd run batted in. Here's Seiya Suzuki. And the pitch to Suzuki is down low. The pitch. And it's bounced foul down the third base line. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the next pitch, that's in there for a called strike. One ball, 2 strikes, the windup and the pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air, left center field. Going over for it is Rojas. He's under it and waiting. And he makes the catch. High fly ball for out number 2. Yeah, Larry, looking back at it, Rojas was jogging the whole way, thinking that Castellanos was going to catch it. Absolutely, there was no urgency to run over there and get that.
Little things like that matter.
Here's Swanson, and he takes a called strike. Now, in this case, you will make the case that that run's going to score anyways. Double, clear double, goes to third on the ground out to first and scores on that fly ball.
Right.
So that'll still end up being an earned run as Swanson fouls one back, but there will be other instances where that could have made a difference.
Like in a tie game. And
here's the windup and the 1-1. Here's a swing and a line drive into left. That's a base hit. Well, the reality is at the time that he makes that mistake, you don't know what the next batter is going to do in moving him to third and moving him home. I mean, the point is you
don't do it.
Don't do it, right. But he was absolutely just jogging. It looked like he thought that either he didn't see it very well or he thought Castellanos was going to catch it. First hit of the day for Swanson, 3rd hit of the series. Here's Kelly. He's had a big day at the plate. He takes a called strike. He's 2 for 3. The stretch by Lazar, the 0-1. And a swing and a tapper foul down the third base line.
Eight hits for the Cubs so far. 3 extra base hits, 3 doubles.
0-2 to Kelly, and it's down and away. Phillies briefly had Matt Strom up.
That's what I thought.
Last half inning, yeah. The 1-2. And it's pulled foul down the third base line. But I think the idea was to try to get 2 out of Lazar and then see where you're at for the 9th. Possibly could be Michael Mercado.
Right.
One-two pitch. It's up high.
If they keep it like this, keep it at this 5-run lead, I would think Mercado would be a guy to go to. Get him in a game.
2-2 from Lazar, and it's skied to right. Castellanos has a beat on this one, moving to his right. He will make the catch. There's the final out here in the top of the 8th. 1 run for the Cubs, 2 hits, 1 error, and a man left, and we're going to the bottom of the 8th. It's the
Too stylish to have superstitions.
Zero. I can't do it. Too many colored cleats, too many gloves, too many wedding gloves, too many bats.
I do put on my right glove first, then the left, then the thumb guard, then I put on my leg guard, my elbow guard.
Anything you put on first?
Nah, not really.
Nothing?
Nah. I like to say I'm not superstitious, but a little stitious.
Swings. Get out and play.
Kids 14 and under are sure to be the coolest on the beach with the Philadelphia Water Ice Fanatic Beach Towel. Get yours on Sunday, July 6th at 1:35 when the Phillies play the Reds. Order tickets now at Phillies.com.
Your exclusive home for Phillies baseball. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Phillies have a 7-2 lead. We go to the last of the 8th. And another left-hander on in relief for the Cubs as Drew Pomerantz will come out of the bullpen. Bryson Stott will lead off. His struggles continuing. And the pitch swung on, pulled through the right side. There's a base hit. And a rarity to even swing at the first pitch for Bryson, and let alone get a hit off a lefty. He'll take it. He's on for Otto Kemp. Pomerantz, one of 3 left-handers in their bullpen. He's 2-0. He has yet to allow a run in 15 1/3, or yet to allow an earned run. The pitch, down and in. So think about this. 2 veteran guys, Pomerantz and Chris Flexen, we saw last night.
Right.
Flexen has thrown 17 1/3, Pomerantz 15 1/3. Neither one of them has allowed an earned run.
Wow.
There's a swing and a foul deep down the right field line. It's slicing in the corner. Oh, and it's just foul, and it was nearly a homer. That just missed being a home run. Just to the right of the pole.
Castellano foul ball that he overran. It was like you said, it looked like it's destined for the seats, no question. And
I mean,
that's a foot foul.
A foot foul, and it hit what would have been a ball in play. The 1-1 and a swing and a miss would have been off the fencing above the green part of the wall. And that metal fencing has come into play a couple of times today.
Yep.
The pitch, and it's fouled at the plate. Otto Kemp with a hit today, back in the 4th inning, would later score. Starting at first base for the first time. They worked him out at first base yesterday for the first time. And before the game, he had talked with Rob Thompson and said, yeah, I'm totally comfortable playing first base if that's where you want to play me. And so they said, all right, well, tomorrow you guys will switch. And Bohm will go back to third. And Stott leads at first, the 1-2, and that missed down and away. And again, he's played more third base than anywhere else, but he's played plenty of first in addition to third. 2-2, the runner goes. The pitch is taken high, throw down to second. He is out at second base. Good tag there by Nico Horner. Boy, I mean, an aggressive snap tag on the what looked like the leg of Stott, and they won't challenge. And Bryson Stott is gunned down for the second time this year.
Well, he had a great jump, too. The throw off the bag up the line towards the first base side, but you said a great catch and tag by Nico.
3-2, the payoff pitch, swung on, hit high in the air to left, Happ drifting back to the track, nearing the wall. He's got room, he makes the catch. And there's out number 2. That was another long one, and looks like every ball in the air is a bit of an adventure today.
Yeah.
And so, 2 gone. Here's Johan Rojas. Speaking of tags, and with Rojas coming up, good a time as any to mention Brandon Marsh, who said he was feeling much better today. Got some treatment for the elbow injury, which occurred when Dansby Swanson put an aggressive tag down on his elbow. Just kind of extended it funny. And Rob Thompson said this morning that he thought if needed, he could probably use Marsh in an emergency. As Rojas squares to bunt, takes low from Pomeranz. 7-2 here. Phils lead it. Michael Mercado is getting loose. Out in the pen for the Phils, the pitch. And he shows bunt again. And it's 2-0. Rojas 0 for 3 today. The pitch. And that's down low, and he is just 8 for his last 53. That's that 150 range. 3-0. That's in for a strike. Three and 1, the pitch. There's another called strike. Rojas was taking the guard off. He thought that was low.
And it was.
What? Are you getting on the umpires again?
Me? No, never.
3-2. And that one's fouled out of play. And, that one was probably ball 4.
That was
ball
like
6.
the one below, the low strike, just off the line. But can't take that chance.
3-2. And this one's fouled back. Still 3-2. Pomerantz at the belt in the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Four-seamer at 93 right down the middle. And he swings through it. And that'll do it for the Phillies here in the 8th. No runs on a hit and nobody left. We'll go to the 9th. Phillies look to wrap up.
I'm helping these kids be the best versions of themselves. And I'm also representing like where I came from. And then the Zilla team, I was working with a creative guy that was with Nike. I work with my best friend who manages this team with me. And we kind of just like put together like what we think would look cool. We went like Godzilla theme. You kind of get to help them grow up into a young man and help them just make the right steps forward. And that's really why I started it, to have impact.
Practice. Let's work together to keep car crime on the decline.
While everyone's listening to the ball game on the Phillies radio network, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, is hard at work rebuilding our infrastructure, whether it's transportation, water, or energy projects. ELEC and the operating engineers, 825, are ready to get to work building our bounce back.
The home of the Phillies, 94 WIP.
Phillies lead at 7-2 as we go to the 9th. Don't forget, out-of-town scores here on the program. Brought to you by Oliver Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. You'll feel the difference. Michael Mercado back in the big leagues as he was called up today. He's in the bullpen and on the hill now to pitch the 9th. The first pitch fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1. Mercado recalled today for his first major league stint of the year. The 0-1 pitch. And that's a breaking ball down and away. Michael Mercado, who last year got a win over the Cubs. His first major league victory at Wrigley Field in Chicago. Is a swing at a high fly ball right center field. Backing up for it is Rojas in the gap. He'll make the catch, and there's one gone. Mercado 2-0 this year with 2 saves for Lehigh Valley. Had a 5.31 ERA, but has been pitching much better of late. And that's one of the reasons why he was the choice today. Not only that, but he was available. Could offer length out of the pen as he was somewhat stretched out. First pitch, a strike to Nico Horner. The pitch, down and away. He had, they say Nico Horner swung the bat there. And it's 0-2. He made his debut in relief, but then made his first start. And Nico Horner doesn't believe, he's trying to double check what the count is with Charlie Ramos. And now he says, no, I'm taking my time out.
Well, we could do that or take a strikeout for clock violation.
A strikeout not looking. The 0-2. That's down low. Went 5 innings against the Cubs that day. July 2nd of last year. Gave up 1 earned run. Mercado's 1-2. Fouled away. Phillies with a win here would secure a 6th straight series victory over the Cubs.
Wow.
There's a swing and a foul into the Cubs' own dugout. Still 1-2 on Nico Horner in the pitch. It's up high. Phillies started the scoring in the first. They got 3 off of Ben Brown. RBI ground out from Bohm, RBI double from Kepler, RBI single from Realmuto. A 2-2, and that's up high, and it's now full 3-2. Schwarber a homer in the 3rd. Bohm a 2-run single in the 4th. Bohm a homer in the 7th. Big day for Alec. 3-2 pitch, and a swing at a ground ball to Alec Bohm, who scoops it up, throws across, and he got him.
All right. One
thing, 2 down.
The 2 high fastballs that Mercado threw, the first one 97 was a sinker. It was above the zone high. And then the next one 98 fastball, 4-seamer above the zone high. I don't know, like the sinkers, why? I know they judge it on the spin, I guess, the way it comes out of the hand or whatever.
First pitch to Matt Shaw is up high for a ball.
Those are better off in the dirt than they are up the top of the zone. The sinkers they flatten out up there. They don't do anything. If you get movement, it's a little horizontal.
1-0 pitch, that's inside.
But there's no sink at all to it unless it's at the knees. Or maybe a little above the knees.
(2-0), and it's popped up foul. This is backing out of play. And you're just specifically talking about the sinkers up.
Yeah.
I mean, the four-seamer, the idea
is
four-seamer
get up there,
Yeah, and it rises a little bit. Or at
and
least
you can
has the
get guys
to
swing. If you throw the sinker down, you can throw the four-seamer up.
2-1 pitch, and that one missed outside. 3-1. Mercado steps, kicks, and deals the 3-1 to Shaw, swinging a foul back, and it's now 3-2. Well, Phillies try to put away their 39th win of the year, put away a series win over the Cubs. They've got a 7-2 lead here in the ninth. And Mercado's pitch all the way is very high, and it's ball 4. It would also be a season series win over the Cubs, which you never know, could provide dividends later on if the tiebreakers come into play. Here's Vidal Brujan with a runner aboard and 2 down. The pitch. Brujan takes, and that's down low for ball 1. They do not hold the runner at first base as Kemp plays behind Shaw. Brujan 0 for 3 today with a strikeout, a pop out, and he's also flied to center. The 1-0. There's a strike. One ball, one strike. And the pitch. And it's hit in the air, left field. Kepler towards the line is there. He's got it. The ball game's over, and the Phillies beat the Cubs today 7-2. They win the series, and they've won the season series with the first place Cubs. As Alec Bohm, a huge day and a huge return to the mound for Jesus Luzardo, who strikes out 10 in the 7-2 win.
Great job all the way around. Offense, defense, the pitching was excellent. Luzardo really looks like he's right back on track after the 2 big hiccups, and great win to take this series.
7-2 the final. Back with the totals and a recap right after this.
Hey Phillies fans! SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Phillies, meaning SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of... The official ticket marketplace of... That ball was crushed. And... Did you see that? Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Fight and Phil's games or to any other live event in Philadelphia, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of every home team win. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of... Let's go Phillies!
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity.